The willingness of America's veterans to sacrifice for our country has earned them our lasting gratitude. Thank you for joining us in honoring the past and present members of the United States Armed Forces.
Thank you to the Bellevue High School Band under the direction of Ariel Reddick for our beautiful music so far, and to the Junior ROTC Marching Rattlers, also from Bellevue High School, for their precision drill team demonstration. Can we once again give them a round of applause? Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, students, and distinguished members of our community seated behind me on this stage. Welcome to our celebration. Today we recognize the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month to honor all who served, including our very own veterans right here in Marion County. To these veterans with us today, including those who are disabled, we say thank you. We are honored to have you among us for this most special occasion. We also want to thank those watching this special presentation live on the Marion Education Channel and for the first time ever, live on our YouTube channel. We say a special thanks to Marion County government for working with us to make this happen. For the next 60 minutes or so, you will hear why students in Marion County Public Schools go to school on Veterans Day. You will learn how some of them go beyond the norm to recognize the sacrifices made for all of us. And you will enjoy the talents they have in so many different forms, all honoring those who have and continue to protect our country and preserve our freedoms. Thousands of veterans call our community home, and we are blessed to have them right here in Marion County. For many of our students, they are connected with the armed forces because of these veterans who are family, people who have served or are serving today, including moms and dads, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, grandmas and grandpas, cousins, and other relatives. When Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner almost 200 years ago, he called America the land of the free and the home of the brave. These words resound true today as ever. Throughout our nation's history, America's soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Coast Guardsmen and women, and our National Guard have bravely answered the call to defend our freedom, to aid our friends and allies, and to turn back aggressors. We can never fully repay our debt of gratitude to more than 1.3 million American service members who died in battle, or the 1.5 million who were wounded. We can, however, recognize and thank the 22 million veterans still living today, including 1.6 million of them right here in our lovely state of Florida. Absolutely. These words are inscribed on the Korean War Memorial in Washington, D.C., and I quote, "Our nation honors her sons and daughters who answered the call to defend a country they never knew and a people they never met," end quote. These words apply equally to many of our World War I, World War II, Vietnam, and Gulf War veterans as well. And they apply to today's active duty service members, tomorrow's veterans, who are helping maintain peace throughout the world. Currently, more than 1.4 million men and women serve our country around the world in the United States Armed Forces. Today, it is our privilege to say thank you to all of America's veterans, to let you know we appreciate you for your service and honor you for your sacrifices. The price of freedom is high. We cannot and we will not forget those willing to pay it. Today, we celebrate America's veterans for truly keeping our country the land of the free and the home of the brave. To start us off this morning, please welcome to our podium our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. George Tommen.
Thank you, Mr. Christian, and good morning, Marion County Public Schools students, teachers, veterans, and guests. Students, today is an important day for everyone living in the United States of America. I know you could be somewhere else today, but I encourage you to pay very close attention to what you hear and see. Today you will meet some very important people. They are called veterans, and we are thankful to them because their sacrifices made today's important celebration possible. They surround us today, hundreds of them throughout this park, behind me and all around this beautiful setting. As a community, we have many ways to thank our veterans. Today, our school district does so by bringing more students than ever. 2,111 by our current count, 150 adults. That's 43 bus loads representing 35 schools. Our school district employs over 6,000 people, and we are very proud to say that nearly 250 of them are veterans working in our schools and district departments. Some are here today with their colleagues, co-workers, and students. At this time, I would like to recognize the veterans who work for the Marion County Public Schools. Please stand so we can applaud your service and sacrifice. Thank you. Veterans come from every state, every county, and virtually every city in the United States, including Ocala. On October the 1st, Sergeant Roberto Sanchez was killed in action. He was a graduate of Vanguard High School. Last week, a 2011 graduate of Vanguard High School died while serving in the U.S. Army, 24-year-old Jalisha Von Shea Tucker. At this time, please join me in a moment of silence to honor these veterans' service and sacrifice for us. Thank you. Thank you. To our veterans as individuals, my personal thanks for your service to our country and for being who you are. To our veteran organizations, thank you for partnering with the Marion County Public Schools to host this great event. To our school leaders and teachers and volunteers, thank you for bringing our students to this ceremony so our young people can acquire a better understanding and respect for our armed service veterans. To the great community we all call home, thank you, and please continue to support the efforts of our veteran organizations and our school system. Have a great morning.
Mr. John Rose is a veteran himself. Today, he continues serving our country as an active volunteer right here in Marion County. Please help me welcome him to our podium this morning to share some inspiring words with you.
Thank you, Kevin. What a perfect day for our Veterans Day program. I'd like to bring you the greetings from our American Legion Department of Florida. We're 130,000 veterans working for other veterans. And our commander this year from the state of Florida is a naturalized citizen. The salute to all our veterans from our students is all the inspiration we need. Many veterans proudly served our nation in war and conflict. Many returned home without any thanks and cheers. At this time, I would like to ask my fellow veterans of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, and Marines, please stand to be recognized. We thank you for your service. As I look out at the sea of JROTC cadets and their flights, I am inspired about the future of our military and our country. And when I look at all the students here today, I am inspired by their smiles and their enthusiasm. I appreciate the program offered by the Marion County Public Schools to honor our veterans on our special day. Our partnership with the school system is unique. Did you know that we have the only formalized veterans in the classroom in the state? This program lets our local veterans share their military experience and history lessons with our students. Many years ago, it was back in the late 1990s, the superintendent asked the Marion County Veterans Council if veterans wish to have students attend school or have a day off. As you guessed, our reply was to have them attend school. And it was our hope that being in school, we would be able to talk to them about veterans and the importance of Veterans Day. Not one of us imagined today the 43 busloads of students who are here at the park, and that this program is being streamed to all students at their schools. We would like to thank those 250 veterans who are working in our school systems today. It is my honor to thank Superintendent George Salmon for his support to our veterans and to our programs, and for his efforts, often including going out and working with us at our projects. Thank you again, George. We look forward to working with our newly elected superintendent, Dr. Heidi Mayer, an Army brat whose father served in the U.S. Army during the Korean conflict and the Vietnam War. She has pledged to us to continue the Marion County Public School Veterans Day program in support of our other projects. Also joining her as Deputy Superintendent of Operations will be Colonel Craig Ham. Colonel Ham is retired after 26 years serving in the U.S. Army. Marion County is the home to more than 43,000 military vets. To us, Veterans Day is a day of thanks and recognition, and we are all inspired by the number of people here today, especially all the students who have come here to say thank you. Our students are the future of this great nation. Again, thank you, students, and thank you all of our veterans on Veterans Day 2016. Thank you.
Presenting our parade of colors this morning are junior ROTC cadets and color guard students from schools representing many areas of Marion County. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand with respect for the next few minutes. As a pledge of loyalty to the United States of America, 31 words affirm the values and freedom our flag represents. The Pledge of Allegiance was originally composed by Francis Bellamy in 1892. It was supposed to be quick and to the point because Bellamy designed it to be stated in 15 seconds. Over the years, the pledge has been modified 4 times, most recently in 1954, adding the words, "Under God." Leading us this morning in our Pledge of Allegiance are Corey Guyton and Megan Simons, both students at Hillcrest School.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In 1814, the British captured a 34-year-old Washington, D.C. lawyer and poet near Baltimore during an attempt to negotiate freedom for others. That night, this attorney watched as Baltimore suffered bombing by a British fleet just offshore. Although rain obscured a nearby fort during the night, at daybreak, Francis Scott Key could see the American flag still flying from Fort McHenry. The fort survived the British firing some 1,800 bombs, rockets, and shells at it, about 400 of them landing inside. Key drafted the words of a poem on an envelope, and a short time later was released and went ashore with other detainees. The British fleet withdrew, and Key finished his poem and made a legible copy in a local hotel the next day. This young attorney showed the poem to relatives of his wife, who immediately had it printed and distributed throughout the city on a handbill called The Defense of Fort McHenry. Within a couple of weeks, Baltimore newspapers published the poem, and it gained instant popularity and was renamed the Star-Spangled Banner. The anthem has 4 verses, each ending with the line, "O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave." Performing our national anthem this morning are the Westport High School Chamber Singers. I ask you to remain standing for the posting of our colors, presented this morning by color guards representing the United States Marine Corps and Ocala Police Department under the direction of Master Sergeant Jeff Cochin, retired from the United States Marine Corps, which just celebrated its 241st birthday yesterday.
Kind
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. This is my country. This is your country. This is our country. As we continue our celebration here today, let us recognize this fact. America belongs to us because so many have defended her since the very beginning. Students from Ward Highlands Elementary School, located just a few blocks east of where we are taking to our stage now to share this very thought in music form. They are performing This Is My Country, an American patriotic song composed in 1940. The lyrics are by Don Ray, and the music is by Al Jacobs. Let's welcome Ward Highlands Elementary students to our stage. Thank you, Ward Highlands Elementary students. Great job. It should not take November 11th to thank a veteran. In fact, we should thank veterans every time we see one, for without them, we may not be here today. For those wondering why Marion County schools are open today, you heard partial reasoning earlier. It's because we want students to learn about our veterans and appreciate their sacrifices. Several years ago, our district met with local veteran groups to ask if we should in fact make today a holiday. With a resounding no, our veterans said they wanted students in class to learn, participate, and appreciate our armed forces. Otherwise, students might spend a beautiful day like this sleeping in, visiting the mall, or even going to the beach. Regardless, there would be no connection to veterans at all. Fortunately, here in Marion County, we thank our veterans year-round for the roles they play in the lives of our students. Students whose lives are enriched and improved because these veterans spend time volunteering, sharing their life experiences through our Veterans in the Classroom program. Coming now to deliver her message of gratitude is a student from Hammett Bowen Jr. Elementary, named for Marion County's only recipient of medal honor. Please help me welcome Isabella Smith to our stage.
Hi, my name is Isabella Smith, and here is why I think people should celebrate Veterans Day. I think people should celebrate Veterans Day because it shows how much we appreciate our veterans, the services and sacrifices they made for me and everyone else. Veterans Day represents those who served in the military and were discharged honorably. Our veterans sacrificed a lot for the freedoms that we have today. They are not paid very well for going to war and fighting for our country. Some people don't even give them the respect that they deserve. Many of our veterans have been overseas in war. This means they had to leave their homes and families for long periods of time. They have spent holidays and birthdays of family members and themselves alone and away from home. They had to move many times to different military bases depending on what jobs they have to do. These men and women do this out of the love for their country. They have a firm belief that America is great and worth fighting for. I believe that it is also a great country. I am proud to have many veterans in my family. One way I am glad that we say thank you to our veterans is that many restaurants serve veterans free meals on November 11th. My daddy works for Logan's, and they give away free meals to veterans with proper ID. Another way we say thank you is to give them discounts in stores, and also for services like car washes or tires. Although these are nice and important ways to say thank you to our veterans for their service, I think the best way is to just go up to a veteran that you see and shake their hand and just say thank you for his service. Happy Veterans Day.
Great job, Isabella. Our great country is made up of 50 states, states that are unique as the lines and boundaries that outline them on any national map. On November 1st, 1961, on Perry Como's Kraft Music Hall TV show, anybody back here remember that show? Some of you do, absolutely. A new song debuted, destined for every elementary music classroom in this country. It was written by Ray Charles. No, not that Ray Charles. It was written by Ray Charles, but he would never have imagined how wildly popular his quirky song would become. A song that alphabetically names all 50 states in a rhythmic and catchy pattern. This morning, coming to share this quirky song are students from Legacy Elementary School, Marion County's newest elementary school. They're going to share 50 nifty United States, and I'll ask them to come up to the platform at this time. They're coming, folks. Now, we're not going to sing it right now, but by a show of hands, adults included, how many of you know what song I'm talking about? Really? I thought we'd have more up here. A couple, okay. Well, then you're going to enjoy this. This is a fun song. The states are presented alphabetically, so hopefully you can name them along as they sing along. Come right on up. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these are students from Legacy Elementary School. Thank you, Legacy Elementary students. 50 nifty United States. Great job. Heroes are among us today. They left families, children, and spouses behind to answer the call. A call to serve their country above self, a call we must remember and continue to honor. At this time, Bellevue High School's band, under the direction of Ariel Lilly, offers its salute to veterans. Through this music, we proudly acknowledge the service and sacrifice made by so many for so many. And as you recognize your military branch theme song, we encourage you to stand and be applauded. Thank you, Bellevue High School. Great job. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, you will see the Leeward Air Ranch warbirds flying overhead. They will include 5 vintage airplanes today. Their first pass will come from behind me toward you, from the west to the east. We expect them to be in diamond formation. Then they will turn and make a second pass, returning from the south to the north in a missing man formation. I wanted to tell you about that because they're pretty prompt, and we may be in the middle of something else when they decide to fly over. And when 5 airplanes decide to fly over, you let them. Meantime, America is a land of many different people with many different backgrounds, a land of many different experiences with many different cultures. With all these differences, what unites us is the love we have for the land in which we live, a land where people sacrifice their lives around the world to protect. The freedom that we've expressed, or seen expressed and heard expressed so far, continues now. Joining us on stage are students from 8th Street Elementary, whose building is the oldest continuously used school building in the entire state of Florida. Something tells me the warbirds are about to arrive. We will pause because they always win. Again, there should be 5 planes today approaching from the west to the east, their first formation. We expect them to be in a diamond formation. Then they will turn, come back a minute or two later, in a missing man formation, approaching from the south to the north. Did anybody see them? I think I heard them, but... Well, we will continue, and if we need to stop, we will stop. The students from 8th Street Elementary, joining me now on stage, they're going to share a musical number entitled, America for Me. Thank you, 8th Street Troubadours. They persevered and kept going while those planes went overhead. Great job. Again, the warbirds will be coming back from the south to the north. Meantime, thanking our veterans is why we are here today. We hope every veteran in attendance and those watching online and on television glean just a small part of how much we appreciate you for your service and your sacrifice. Throughout today, I encourage everyone to thank any veteran you encounter. Coming now to offer her thanks in essay form to our veterans is Ainsley Grubbs and her fan club. Ainsley is a 5th grade student at Spar Elementary School.
When you see someone in a uniform, someone who serves us all, doing military duty, answering their country's calls, take a moment to thank them for protecting what you hold dear. Tell them you are proud of them. Make it very clear. Just tap them on the shoulder, give a smile and say, thank you for what you're doing to keep us safe in the USA.
Great words. Thank you so much. Music conveys emotion perhaps better than any other art form. Music comes in many different styles and facets from many different performers. Up next is a musical tribute to veterans from students at Howard Middle School. I invite them to take the stage now. They're going to be sharing a song called Glory, Hallelujah, the Saints Go Marching In. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget those warbirds. This time they should be in a missing man formation, and if you're not sure what that is, you will see it happen before your eyes. Once again, Howard Middle School represented very well this morning in our Veterans Day program. I'm sorry you guys don't get to see this. Those were the Leeward Air Ranch Warbirds. They're always a hit, and we so appreciate their participation this year. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll direct your attention to the stage, this is Howard Middle School men's course known as Forte. Forte from Howard Middle School. Great job, gentlemen. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, in 1921, an unknown World War I American soldier was buried in Arlington National Cemetery. This site, on a hillside overlooking the Potomac River and the city of Washington, D.C., is now the focal point of reverence for America's veterans. At the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month each year, a combined color guard representing all military branches executes present arms at the tomb. The nation's tribute to its fallen servicemen and women is symbolized by the laying of a presidential wreath followed by a bugler's rendition of taps. In 1874, taps became the official Army bugle call. It's believed the first time taps was used for funeral service was for a cannoneer killed in action on a Virginia battlefield. The commander substituted taps for the traditional 3 rifle shots fired over the grave of fallen soldiers because he did not want to give away his military position to the nearby enemy. Military gun salutes memorialize our nation's fallen heroes in a disturbing yet powerful way. The firing of 3 rifle rounds over the graves of fallen armed forces members and political leaders can be traced back to Europe, where fighting was halted to remove the dead and wounded. Once an area was cleared of casualties, 3 rounds were fired into the air as a signal to resume fighting. The United States fired a 1-gun national salute on special occasions and during times of mourning for each state in the Union until 1841, when the salute was standardized at 21 guns. It is generally believed that gun salutes are set off in odd numbers because of an old naval superstition that even numbers are unlucky. This morning, our gun salute is offered by members of the Ocala Police Department Honor Guard. And please note the shots will be loud and may startle some of you, and then will be followed by a single shot from a cannon. This will be followed by Bellevue High School's Antonio Fiorentino and Anthony Pongetti with a stirring rendition of taps presented in echo style. First, though, members of local families who lost loved ones in active military combat will present a wreath honoring the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice. They are escorted by representatives from Ocala's own United States military recruiting representatives. As a sign of respect, I ask you to please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. In 1918, a Jewish immigrant named Irving Berlin wrote a prayer in the form of a new patriotic song. This prayer asks for God's blessing and peace within our nation. 20 years later, this same song was revised and recorded by Kate Smith and quickly became her signature song. It was reintroduced on Armistice Day, 1938. This morning, 78 years later, hundreds of student voices combine to share this musical prayer with us this morning. As they take to our stage, many of you will recognize this song because it is often shared by the National Hockey League, Major League Baseball, the Indianapolis 500, and scores of musical recording artists. The remaining elementary students who are singers, if you will please stand and join us. If you have performed this morning, we would like to have you up here with this group. Many of you already know which song I'm referring to, but if you don't, let me share with you that this is our version of God Bless America, delivered by our students from right here in Marion County Public Schools. I'm proud to say this is our 10th year of providing this celebration to our community, and we will do it for many, many, many years to come. Beautiful job, boys and girls. This is also a first for this, combining choirs like this. Did you appreciate that? One more time, show the students your appreciation. As they exit our stage, ladies and gentlemen, we are just about to end. Let me share this with you. One can put 1,000 to flight, but two, 10,000. There is strength in numbers, and that is why we are one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We are united as Americans forever. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for honoring our veterans today. Boys and girls, thank you for showing your respect, admiration, and appreciation to our veterans. On behalf of our school board members, Superintendent Tommen, our 6,000 employees, and our 43,000 students, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. May God continue to bless this great country of ours, the United States of America.
This has been a special presentation of Marion County Public Schools. Thank you for watching.